The Innovators Network.
Welcome to the Killer Innovation Show, the longest continuously produced podcast in history. Each week, Phil McKinney brings you the insights and strategies to amplify your creativity and innovation skills. Here's your host, Phil McKinney. This episode is sponsored by Zoom. With Zoom, you can streamline your communication, collaboration, and creativity all in one place. Zoom is the market-leading platform that provides video meetings, voice, webinars, and chat across desktops, phones, tablets, and conference room systems. To learn more about Zoom and sign up for your free account, visit killerinnovations.com/Zoom.
Welcome to the bus. As I pointed out in the previous episode, we are up in near Olympic National Park for the summer. It's an opportunity for my wife and I to spend some time with the grandkids, but still want to put out content. This is going to be a really short episode because I'm actually getting ready to head to Vancouver to take my grandkids on a Disney cruise. So either congratulate me or wish me luck, depending on how it goes with 5 grandkids, 12 and under. So this is the bus. Many of you haven't seen it. I mentioned last week the bus will be in Atlanta, the third week of September. So it'll be available for tours on the Wednesday, Thursday of that week. I think it's the 23rd and 24th. And I was able to secure free passes for all listeners of the show. So this is Tech Expo, that week of the 22nd, 23rd in Atlanta at the Atlanta Convention Center. So follow us on social media. Keep an eye on the channel. I'll be publishing the discount code once it all gets worked out. But all the listeners, you'll be able to grab the discount code and get onto the show floor for free at Tech Expo. And Tech Expo is the largest show in the Americas for the broadband technology. So that's everything from next generation fiber optics to Wi-Fi, what's coming. Vendors will be showing off their new products. You'll see the latest in research, cable technology, set-top boxes, streaming content, streaming video. It's the show you want to be at. So if you want to go for free, check that out. So while I'm on here on the bus, I did want to address some questions that I got out of last week's episode. The last 2 episodes were both positive, the most beneficial career advice I'd ever received over my entire career. And then last week's episode was, what's the worst? Now, what I find incredibly interesting was there was a ton more engagement from the worst than there was in the positive. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is what the whole issue of social media and content creation is happening, where people focus on the negative and the positive. So I'd be interested in hearing your content. There was a whole series of questions that have come out with regards to the issues of other ideas and questions and things that you want to hear about, such as how to create an innovation portfolio, how to get the experience. Do you need the technical experience in the area of the research that you want to apply or work in? And so all of those are great topics. If you've got a topic that you want to ask and look for me to answer, or bring a guest on to answer as part of the show, then let me know. Love to do that. Now, also as a reminder, we are going to go to, for the next couple of weeks, episodes every other week through the summer. So just as all of you take a little bit of a break for the summer, we do the same thing. And like I said, I'm going to be on a cruise heading out of Vancouver here pretty soon. And so therefore, I'm not going to be able, I will probably be recording content. Not an easy way to get it off the boat and get it to Kirk Nelson and the team in order to edit and produce and post the show. So instead, this week, rather than addressing a specific question, one of the things that I get a lot of questions about is, what about the bus? What is on the bus? So this is a Prevost H345. It's what's called an entertainer bus. It is a bus that was previously custom built for one of the owners of a racing team. So sometimes people will refer to this as a racing bus. Every Prevost ever manufactured is custom, specific to the owner. There's no standard floor plans like an RV. In this case, this particular bus is a 4-bunk model. Now, please keep it confidential here, because my wife, if she finds out that I actually did a walking tour of the bus, she would absolutely shoot me, because the bus is not set up like we normally would do at a trade show or something like that in order to talk about the bus. So this is the bunk room. So this is where people sleep. Each bunk gets 4 bunks. There's 2 bunks on top, and then there's 2 bunks down below. Hard to see here. It's kind of dark in the bunk room. Now, this door here is actually closed. That goes into the master bedroom suite for my wife and I. That is off limits. I'd be talking to lawyers if I shot video in there without giving her an opportunity to clean up and organize the bus. If you come and see the bus in Atlanta, you'll see it. You'll have access to everything on the bus, and to be able to come and see what it is. We do record on the bus, on the roof ceiling up above, kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get it up there a little bit. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the ceiling is a padded ceiling, which actually helps with the sound absorption. We do have Starlink on the bus, and that is actually just served with the Wi-Fi over here in the corner, right up against the wall there. You can start to see the antennas. The big Starlink antenna is on the roof. And this is this getting the bus. We had an RV before. For many of you who've been listeners for a long time, this is has been transformative for my ability to continue to produce all the content that we produce each year. We do about 40 episodes a year, 40 unique episodes a year. So with that, our ability to produce content while I'm traveling, and I travel not just for pleasure, in this case, the summer, but it also is my primary means of getting around the country for business travel. That way, I'm in control of my schedule. I'm fully productive, and it allows my wife to travel with me, and with some of the needs that we have with my wife's food allergies and etc. We can carry our own food and kitchen and do it, basically take our home life with us on the road. So it's been very transformative. And with COVID, we actually did it even more. We got this bus in 2020. We had a Class A Newmar RV ahead of this, and it was pretty transformative from the standpoint of its impact and our ability to be productive. And now, with the high performance Starlink on the roof, it's a little pricey. It's much more expensive than the standard Starlink antennas. It has allowed us to be transformative in how we move, get around the country, be productive while we're on the road. So for me, that gets into my career discussion today. With regards to career discussions, matching the career to what it is your priorities are. We talked about the 5S last week. And early in my career, I did a lot of consulting work. My wife and I chose to homeschool our kids. So we started homeschooling in 1987. So homeschooling for a very long time. And because of my consulting work, the kids, all 3 of my kids, were able to travel with. So they spent a significant amount of time with me in New York when I was on a 6-month contract there. They came to London. My kids know how to get around the London Underground, how to get around Paris, how to get around Milan. They've had the benefit of being able to travel and experience it, and not from a permanent relocation perspective, but more than a tourist view of these locations. And that was important to us. And so we chose a career. We, as I said, we chose a career, my wife and I. My wife's a nurse. But we chose a career that allowed us to keep our priorities that were important to us, and giving our kids that kind of an experience to equip them as they went into the work world. And now my kids are 40, 38, and 36, all very successful in their careers, and doing quite well with their families. And we're quite proud of them. And they comment on those kinds of experiences and giving them a perspective of not just being U.S.-centric in your view or your opinion of things going on. So when you're thinking about your career, don't be afraid to prioritize. Sit down and really think. In some cases, early in my career, we chose certain things because of money. But as I mentioned in last week's episode, that kind of screws you up when your total priority is just chasing dollars. So don't be afraid to look across all of your priorities, figure out what's important to you and your family, and make those selections. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Have a great couple of weeks. It'll be at least 2 weeks, maybe 3, before I'm back online. But take some time this summer, get a break. You get away also. Recharge those creative batteries and be ready to come back and change the world. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Podcasting nonstop since 2005, this has been the Killer Innovation Show on the Innovators Network.
This show is distributed by the Innovators Network. For more information and other great shows and content, visit theinnovators.network.